వెల్కమ్ టు నేషనలిస్ట్ హబ్. ఈరోజు ఒక ప్రత్యేకమైన అతిథి అండ్ ఈ సందర్భంలో చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ విషయాల గురించి మనం మాట్లాడాలి అని అంటే దానికి ఒక ఆథెంటిక్ గా విశ్లేషించగల సమాధానం చెప్పగల వ్యక్తి. ఈ రోజు ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ లో జరుగుతూ ఉన్న ఆలయాలపై అకృత్యాలు కావచ్చు, దేవతామూర్తి విగ్రహాలని ధ్వంసం చేస్తున్న విధానాల గురించి తనదైన రీతిలో గళం విప్పుతూ ముందుకు సాగుతూ ఉన్న భారతీయ జనతా పార్టీ సీనియర్ నాయకులు, ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ రాష్ట్రానికి సంబంధించి కో ఇన్ఛార్జ్ గా బాధ్యతలు నిర్వర్తిస్తున్న సునీల్ దేవ్ధర్జీ ఇప్పుడు నేషనలిస్ట్ హబ్ తో మాట్లాడడానికి సిద్ధంగా ఉన్నారు. వారితో మాట్లాడే ప్రయత్నం చేద్దాం. ఇప్పుడు ఆలయాలకు సంబంధించి, ధర్మానికి సంబంధించి జరుగుతున్న విఘాతానికి వారు ఎటువంటి సమాధానం చెప్తారు, ఇప్పుడు జరుగుతున్న పరిస్థితుల్ని వారు ఎలా విశ్లేషిస్తారో తెలుసుకునే ప్రయత్నం చేద్దాం. నమస్కార్ సునీల్ జీ. Sunil ji, series of incidents are happening in the state. Yeah, sir. Sunil ji, series of incidents are happening in the state. Roughly 100 to 120 incidents has taken place in just 1 year. How do you look at this temple vandalism and Murthi's desecration? What's happening in Andhra Pradesh?
I think this is a planned, well-planned conspiracy against Hindus and Hindu Devi Devatas, idols, temple lands, vigrahas, and it is a well-planned conspiracy.
Even CM Jagan Mohan Reddy is also stating the same, sir. It is a political conspiracy like that. And he said whenever government taking special welfare initiatives, such incidents are taking place to suppress the good deeds. That is what the Jagan Mohan Reddy's statement is. How do you respond to this statement?
See, I told that it is a planned conspiracy against Hindus of the state. Jagan Mohan Reddy Garu says that it is a political conspiracy. There is a difference between two statements.
Okay.
I did not say that it is a political conspiracy. Okay. There can be politics background behind curtains, but actually there can be a political motive behind curtains, but actually it is a conspiracy against Hindus in the state. That is one thing. Second, what Jagan Mohan Reddy is telling, that because of his popular schemes for people and somebody wants to divert his divert the people, mood of people, from divert the attention of people from these popularist schemes of Jagan Mohan Reddy Garu, and that is why this is happening. So I totally disagree with this. Number one, whatever popular schemes, so-called popular schemes of Jagan Mohan Reddy Garu, where he is only putting sticker of Jagananna, actually all those schemes of Narendra Modi Garu schemes. No scheme belong to Jagan Mohan Reddy as such. 90% of schemes, what he is declaring, he is only changing names, and his sticker is being putting the sticker on the schemes of Narendra Modi. Earlier government also used to do this.
Okay.
Chandranna also used to put his sticker, Pacharangu Vesi Chandranna sticker antincharu, ऐसे तेलुगु में बोलते हैं ना आप लोग.
Yes,
so
yes.
ये धंधा जो है, the same धंधा is continued by Jagan Mohan Reddy Garu. So nothing as diverting the mind and attention of people from popularist schemes of Jagan Mohan Reddy Garu. If at all it is popularist scheme attention diversion issue, then actually it is Modi's schemes attention diversion issue. So it is not paying us. So if at all somebody is behind the curtains, the one conspirator is there, then it can be TDP or YSRCP, anybody. So according to him, but I don't see any substance in his statement.
Okay. Sunil ji, I mean, you were saying that some well-planned conspiracy behind this temple vandalism. So can you please elaborate on this? Because what type of conspiracy is this? Is this for a religion or for political benefits or something else? What is your exact stand on this? I want you to elaborate this.
Those who are anti-Hindu people, for them it is anti-Hindu stand, anti-Hindu conspiracy, anti-Hindu agenda. Whatever is outcome of that may be increasing population of anti-Hindu people in the state. Who is going to utilize it politically? For them it is for political benefit,
Okay.
but those who are doing it, they are not doing for political benefit. They are anti-Hindu people. They hate Hindutva. They hate Hindu idols. They see some shaitan, some devil in Hindu idols. That is why they dislike and they want to remove all these idols. Like in one tweet of mine, I quoted what Saint Xavier did in Goa when he came. At that time, there was no political party. Saint Xavier's was not supposed to contest any election. He just hated the Hindu idols and Hindu deities, and he was a Jesuit missionary. And he had taken oath that I will proselytize all people wherever I will go. And he killed many Hindus. He destroyed Hindu temples. And that is why the same thing is happening here. It was the harsh and hard and very strong form of Saint Xavier's, because at that time total rule, political rule also was Saint Xavier's rule.
Yes.
Now they cannot do in independent India in this manner, and that is why it is a mild attempt to attack Hindu temples, because their prabhutvam is not there,
Okay.
and because of the law of land cannot allow. And that is why I compare these acts with what Saint Xavier did in Goa 400 years back, and what Talibani people did in Bamiyan few years back. So
Oh.
they can't see Hindu idols. They are not idol worshippers. They see that these idols are shaitans, and you cannot have God in some ideological form. And that is why they used to do this. That is why I'm time and again telling this is strong anti-Hindu attacks. And whoever is doing, they are anti-Hindu people, anti-gods, Hindu gods people are doing.
Okay, so you're giving a big statement, sir, because Goa, you're comparing Andhra Pradesh temple vandalism with Goa Inquisition at the same time the Talibanism. So this is really big statement, I think. So are you stating this this Andhra Pradesh incidents are not a simple simple things? You're making this a big, isn't? I mean, can I take like this? You're making this a big national issue.
No, absolutely. I agree. I stand with my statement.
Okay.
I can reclaim, I can proclaim, I can say loudly, no problem in it, because
Okay.
whenever I say, I don't say lightly, I
Yes.
don't say casually. मैं अपने पूरे होशो खवास में बात करता हूँ, और I know that if there is no opposition from society, if there is no opposition from people, if there is no opposition from the general society or NGOs as such, then you can see within 5 years all Hindu temples will be finished in Andhra Pradesh. And that is why it is our duty to stand unitedly, forgetting about party politics. When I say that forgetting about party politics, we should be aware of this Dongalu political party like TDP, which is when they were in power, they did not do anything different than this.
Sir, I
can
want to interrupt you
remember-
because Chandrababu Naidu shouting Jai Sri Ram slogans for the first time publicly. And he's also criticizing Jagan Mohan Reddy's religious practices. And even he's directly quoting that Jagan Mohan Reddy is a Christian. That is why these incidents are happening. So, do you think Telugu Desam government was better than the present YCP government in protecting Hindu Astha, specifically Hindu Astha? Politically, there may be a lot of differences, but there is Hindu Astha.
No Hindu Astha. There is no Hindu Astha in Chandrababu Naidu.
Okay.
And there is no difference between 5 years TDP government and this 1.5 year YCP government. If at all Chandrababu Garu had some astha about Ram, so Ram Janmabhoomi and Bharatiya Janata Party, even Narendra Modi ji and Somuvir Raju Garu and everyone, Sanjay Bandi Garu, everybody started chanting Jai Shri Ram in 1988 when the Ram Janmabhoomi agitation came in front of the world. It was there prior to that also. but it was not spread all over the country. It was known only to Uttar Pradesh people.
Correct.
But in 1998, when it became all India problem, or all India was became aware of that problem, we all started chanting Jai Shri Ram. But Chandrababu Naidu was there at that time. He did not shout Jai Shri Ram in 88. He did not shout in 94, in 98, in 99, 2004, 2009, 2014. And suddenly, 2020, all of a sudden he shouts Jai Shri Ram. He is an opportunist person, the most opportunist, political opportunist person, and most biggest U-turn Babu chanting Jai Shri Ram is really means how we can say that he is chanting from bottom of his heart. It is mere politics for him. I will give you one example. He broke alliance with Bharatiya Janata Party in 2009, 2008, and he contested election independently, and BJP and TDP, they contested election separately when there was Samaik Andhra Pradesh. Before that, when he broke alliance with Bharatiya Janata Party, at that time he went to a big mosque where there was a big gathering of Muslim people. And what did he say there? He said that I aligned with Bharatiya Janata Party was my biggest mistake of my life.
Correct. You are right.
And I am not going to repeat this mistake, I assure you. He assured of a big Muslim crowd in one big mosque in 2009. Everything for him is vote bank politics. Everything is politics for him. Nothing from bottom of his heart. Bottom of his heart is only नारा लोकेश गारू, दूसरा और कुछ नहीं है उसके लिए जय श्री राम का नारा ये अंदर से नहीं है, नारा लोकेश उसके लिए अंदर से है, बाकी कुछ नहीं है. कोई टीडीपी के उससे कोई प्रेम नहीं है टीडीपी से. He doesn't have any. See, N.T. Ramarao Garu was a greatest Hindutva person, great nationalist person, a great person with a mission. And he founded Telugu Desam Party with a great mission. When N.T. Ramarao Garu was president of Telugu Desam Party, at that time there was a mission, and definitely there was Hindutva in N.T. Ramarao Garu's TDP party. But you know who backstabbed him? He was backstabbed by his own son-in-law, that is Chandrababu Naidu. And I always compare this story with the film Bahubali. If N.T. Ramarao Garu was Bahubali, then there is a Kattappa in that Bahubali film who backstabs that Bahubali. And if N.T. Ramarao Garu was Bahubali, then Kattappa in Andhra Pradesh politics is Chandrababu Naidu Garu. But in actual Bahubali film, it took some years that to understand why Kattappa backstabbed Bahubali. For that we had to wait for a few years, and then we watched that Bahubali 2 and we understood there was a cause why he backstabbed. But years after years we did not understand till now why he backstabbed his mama, that is in Telugu, mama means in Hindi Sasur.
Yes.
Only one reason, to capture political power. He is a Mosagadu, he is a Nammakadrohi, he is a Vennupottugadu.
Okay.
I always call this personality as Chanda Babu. He is not Chandra Babu Garu. He is Chanda Babu, Dabbulu Babu.
Okay.
And that is why the rule of TDP and rule of YCP, there is no difference. We don't find any difference. Unfortunately, we were with him for 4 years. He always humiliated Bharatiya Janata Party. He always humiliated. He never obeyed, or he never followed whatever Bharatiya Janata Party suggested. But in Andhra Pradesh, in Telugu, I always tell people, Andhra Pradesh రాష్ట్రంలో 2 పార్టీలు ఉన్నాయి, 2 రాష్ట్ర పార్టీలు ఉన్నాయి. ఒకటే టీడీపీ పార్టీ, రెండవది వైఎస్ఆర్సీపీ పార్టీ. 2 పార్టీలు కుటుంబం పార్టీలే, 2 పార్టీలు అవినీతి పార్టీలే, 2 పార్టీలు కులతత్వ పార్టీలే.
Wow.
And this casteism also
Hmm.
for benefit of their family, not
Okay.
for that caste.
Okay.
Casteism, what they show in people, that is also a dhong, nakal, jhoot, abaddham.
Okay.
If that was true, then, why not Jagan Mohan Reddy Garu has implemented EWS till now?
Hmm.
Who is going to get the benefit of EWS, economically weaker section? And because of Sanjay Bandi Garu's agitation, I have heard that the Chief Minister of Telangana now has decided to implement EWS in Telangana.
Yes.
But why not in Andhra Pradesh? Yuva Morcha and Bharatiya Janata Party, we have conducted strong agitation in Andhra Pradesh and appealed Jagan Mohan Reddy Garu that you implement EWS. He is not implementing.
Sir, I remember when temples have demolished in Vijayawada, sir. I mean, even when TDP was in power, at that time, even BJP was sharing power with TDP. At that time, endowments minister was Manikyal Rauji. Even at that time only, even Vijayawada, in the name of road widening, temples have demolished. So you must be remembering that. But even now, I remember, even the whole Telugu people remember those. What is the difference between the government response then and the present endowments minister, Vellampalli Srinivas actions? Because I just want to ask you exactly the endowments ministry, what is doing exactly the endowments ministry? That is what my question is.
Yes, it is obvious that you will ask this question because when we were in power
Yes.
and endowment minister was BJP person, and at that time during road widening, mandirs were removed. And you should know, you must know, and you should tell people that even in alliance, our party protested. Bharatiya Janata Party protested. See, party is different and government is different.
Okay.
Government rules according to constitution and government rules for the people for development and their agenda. So party is different. Party fights for them. Party has got its own ideology. And we did not agree with the decision of chief minister. It was not decision of endowment minister. It was the decision of chief minister, then chief minister. And after our agitation, Bharatiya Janata Party and alliance partner conducted agitation in Vijayawada. YCP did not. No other party conducted agitation protesting the demolition of temples. Bharatiya Janata Party did. And at that time, Chief Minister assured that I will reconstruct all temples to other site, nearby site. After his assurance, our agitation was stopped. This is the history.
Okay.
And for us, as Janardhan is God, Janata Janardhanalu also is God. And anything for convenience of people, if it is happening, and if there is an alternative, like okay, this temple will be shipped from here and to there because they want to construct one road, highway, and ultimately it is going to benefit people. And it is not the case that that temple is going to get finished. No, the temple can be shifted. That is not a problem. In the world, mosques are shifted, churches are shifted for development purpose, but they are reconstructed. The problem is, Chandra Babu assured that I will reconstruct. He did not.
Yes.
During election time, Jagan Mohan Reddy also said that yes, I will reconstruct all these temples if you give chance to me. 1.5 year is there over.
Yes.
There is no such move seen. Nothing is happening. So that is why we question the intent of these politicians. They are anti-Hindu politicians. They try to appease Muslims and Christians in their state. They want to create their own vote bank in the form of Muslims and Christians. They create insecurity feeling in Muslims and Christians, lying about BJP, RSS that we are anti-Muslim, anti-Christians, and creating a psychological fear in them and telling them that we are the only political survivors of you people, so kindly vote us. And that is why those who are breaking the idols, breaking the temples, maybe some land mafias, I heard, I don't know, I don't have any confirmed news that Pithap, this temple, Ram Tirtham temple, 1,000-acre land belong to that temple. And this is all about temple land. which previously TDP wanted to have that land, now YCP wants to have that land.
Okay.
टेम्पल लैंड किसी के बाप की जमीन नहीं है, वो माए बाप भगवान की जमीन है, और हम सिर्फ उस बाप पर विश्वास रखते हैं, और उसकी जमीन के 1 इंच को भी हम किसी को लेने नहीं देंगे. Will not allow touch a single inch of land, temple land in Andhra Pradesh. Jagan Mohan Reddy Garu, you listen to me. These are the words of Somovir Raju Garu, our leader. These are the words of Andhra Pradesh BJP. I am only a person who is representing them. They are our leaders.
Wonderful.
We
Okay.
are not going to allow them to do all these things.
Really great statements you're making, sir. It is wonderful to listen these words. But as a journalist, being a journalist, we used to discuss every day on central government funds to Amravati, Polavaram, etc. When TDP was in power. But now in YSRCP rule, we're just discussing only on temples, temple vandalism or Christian conversions, etc. Some people are doubting that BJP, YCP internal friendship is also matters by analyzing these incidents. Oh, how do you respond to this?
Whatever you are telling, it is a great joke for me and great joke for even on the part of people. See, we are meeting in this channel after 1.5 years.
You're right.
So the matter of temple came after 1.5 years. What was going on for last 1.5 years in media of Andhra Pradesh? Only Amravati Polavaram. No third issue was there in media. Now, because of these vandalisms after Antarvedi and then this Ramatirtham, the topic of Mandir and Murti vandalism has come into the media. Previously, only TDP YCP agenda was going on. And about which friendship you are talking? We have asked for resignation of endowment minister. Bharatiya Janata Party has asked.
Okay.
In our statement, we have said that Jagan Mohan Reddy Garu, there is no question of handing over all these issues to CBI. Law and order is state issue. You should handle it efficiently. If you are not capable, then get lost. These are our words. Can these be words of friendship? ये क्या दोस्ती की बात है क्या? दोस्ती की बात कहाँ है बताऊं मैं आपको?
Correct.
Shall I give you an example of friendship?
Please.
2 days back, Chanda Babu Garu and Vijay Sai Garu, both of them went to Ram Tirtham and they were given red carpet to reach the temple. No obstruction, no stopping, no arrest. Only today, Bharatiya Janata Party state president, Hindu leader of Andhra Pradesh, Somovir Raju Garu and Janasena Karyakartas were manhandled, were stopped, were arrested, were thrown out of the site. So, where is understanding? There is understanding between TDP and YCP. Both of them feel that BJP Janasena alliance is the real enemy, political enemy. And that is why understanding is between TDP and YCP. No floor understanding in Rajya Sabha. We get support from Biju Janata Dal. We get support from number of political parties. Article 370. Jagan's government supported, Jagan's party supported in Rajya Sabha. TDP as well supported. What does it mean? It doesn't mean that we have understanding with both the parties. It was a national issue and they thought that we have to support, and that is why they supported in Rajya Sabha.
Yeah.
Similarly, farm laws, both parties supported. So if there is any understanding in state, no question of understanding with YCP.
Okay.
And central government will never interfere in state government. There is a federal structure, and in federal structure there are limitations. There are limitations to central government. They cannot intervene in all topics of state government.
Okay.
The question arises when the ball will come in the court of central government. At that time, central government will play. Like, for instance, Polavaram. Time and again we are telling that in Polavaram, huge corruption has happened during Chandrababu Naidu. And Jagan Mohan Reddy Garu also has alleged about huge corruption appeared in Polavaram.
Okay.
How can suddenly the land increases without increasing any type of beneficiary, any type of beneficiaries, any type of increment in the outcome for water conservation, for water supply, for electricity supply? Nothing increased, only budget increased by crores and crores rupees. Is it ATM? It is not ATM for corrupt people. Modi ji will give each and every rupee to Andhra Pradesh as committed, but he will not allow to happen any type of corruption. See, even I think you also might be a father, you might be having children, I don't know. But suppose you give 100 rupees to your child for marketing. When he comes back, then you will ask for accounts. Please write down on a piece of paper, ये 100 रुपया कैसे कैसे कहाँ कहाँ खर्चा गया, बाकी के पैसे वापस दे दो. And if your child doesn't do that, fails to do that, he doesn't give the account, next time you will not give him 100 rupees.
Correct.
Because you will feel that no, मेरा बेटा गलत रास्ते पर जा रहा है. Because that money is earned by you. That money is earned by spending चेमटा. आपने पसीना बहाया है तब आपको पैसा मिला है. आप वो ऐसे भ्रष्टाचार करने के लिए बेटे को कैसे देंगे? बेटे की आदत बिगड़ेगी. मेहनत का पैसा है. Central government money is Indian taxpayers' money, in which crores of Andhra Pradesh people are paying tax, and central government is getting that money. So if we give it to some project, we are not giving it for some land mafias, sand mafias in few political parties and some contractors.
Okay.
Dongalus and Gajadongas,
Okay.
beneficiaries of Amravati project and this Polavaram project. Every due amount will be given by Narendra Modi ji. No compromise in that. But we will not allow any type of corruption. Corruption is going on and Modi is giving money. It is not going to happen. Polavaram is central government committed project. Central government is going to complete it. That is the assurance of Bharatiya Janata Party.
And one more thing, sir. Politically, you are a master in strategy making. We know your successful journey of Tripura and other places. And can you please share with us about the roadmap of Andhra Pradesh politics, about BJP's journey? And are you planning to make these temple vandalism as a election agenda in Tirupati by-elections, coming by-elections in Tirupati?
2-3 things I would like to make it clear. Political roadmap or political planning of Bharatiya Janata Party is not a matter to be discussed in media, because it is strategy, it is planning.
Yeah.
What is the point of point will remain if we disclose our planning कि भैया हम क्या करने वाले हैं, अब हम क्या करेंगे, 2021 में क्या करेंगे, 22 में क्या करेंगे, 23 में क्या करेंगे, ये आपको हम काय को बताएं, मीडिया को क्या काय को बताएं, अपने आप आपको पता चल जाएगा. बाद में आपको पता चलेगा अच्छा आपका ऐसा प्लानिंग था क्या. दैट इज बेटर. कुछ सस्पेंस मूवीज रहती है वो एंड में विलन पता चलने से आपको मजा आता है देखने में. पहले से पता चलेगा तो मूवी में मजा नहीं रहता है. आंध्र प्रदेश story will be a fantastic story in Indian history of politics. Wow. Take it from me today. Number 1.
Okay.
Number 2. Regarding Tirupati elections, we don't want to communalize Tirupati elections. Really, we don't want to communalize. But these issues are not political issues for us. But whatever issue touches the mind of people, it is a political issue. Sentiment of people, it is a political issue. And that is why if this government continues such type of tactics, I will give you one example. On 25th December 2019, same day, Christmas was there and Vaikuntha Ekadashi was there.
Yes.
Deputy Chief Minister Narayan Swamy Garu visited Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, took the holy darshan of Venkateshwara Swami, came out and from temple premises, he wished Merry Christmas. Strong objection. How could he dare to say Merry Christmas from Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, which is legally not allowed? Legally, according to Tirupati Tirumala Devasthanam law, you cannot propagate any other religion other than Hindutva from there. Even some other religion person wants to take darshan, he has to sign one undertaking that I believe in this God, because these two religions, they say that Hindu deities are shaitans. Islam says that they are shaitans. Christianity says that they are shaitans. Only their God is God. Only Jesus, only Allah. Our question to you, if any Christian or Muslim want to take darshan of Tirupati Tirumala Devasthanam, he should simply sign an undertaking that yes, I have faith in this God and that is why I am going. Simple thing. We did not stop. The law did not stop them to go and take darshan. Only one undertaking. Hindus are not required to give this undertaking. Maybe in future for Sitaram Yechuri and Narayana, those who don't have any faith in those gods, even they will not go for darshan. No guarantee. If they find that there is voting percentage increasing the possibilities, then they will go there and take darshan also. Tomorrow, ये सीताराम येचुरी नहीं, अब तक अपना नाम एफिडेविट येचुरी नहीं किया है, उन्होंने अभी तक वो सीताराम ही रखा है. They are carrying Narayana and Sitaram communists. Forget them now, they are negligible. They exist only some places like farmers protests or JNU, where in JNU where there are चरसी and गांजे वाला गैंग रहता है, उसमें वो JNU में ये लोग मिलते हैं, वो छोड़ दीजिए. They are negligible now, whether Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Okay. But Narayan Swami Garu insulted Venkateshwara Swami by saying Merry Christmas. We don't have any problem in Merry Christmas. From your website, I wish Merry Christmas to my Christian brothers and sisters. I can wish from my home, I can wish from my office, I can wish publicly in market, but from temple premises, when it is not allowed. And next question from me is, the same day was Christmas. And there was huge midnight mass conducted all over Andhra Pradesh in churches, and all YCP ministers, chief minister, they might have attended. And from church premises, no minister, MLA, leader of YCP wished Vaikuntha Ekadashi Shubhakanshulu. Correct. Why not? So this is one-sided love. So Hindus are not ready for one-sided love anymore. ये एक तरफा रस्म वफा हमें मंजूर नहीं है. मोहब्बत करना है, प्यार करना है, हम अल्लाह के साथ करने के लिए तैयार है, हम क्राइस्ट के साथ करने के लिए तैयार है, बाशर्ते आपने कहना चाहिए जय श्री राम, आपने कहना चाहिए जय श्री राम. हम कहेंगे जय जीसस क्राइस्ट, हमें समस्या नहीं है, हम तो सालों से कहते आए हैं. और मैं आपको बताता हूं, इवन मुस्लिम्स यूज्ड टू डू दिस इन पास्ट. I will give you reference of one Baiju Bawra film's old song, Man Tadapata Hari Darshan Ko Aaj. Wonderful song, Hari Bhajan, written by Shakil Badayuni, a Muslim poet. Music director was Naushad Ali, a Muslim music director, and singer Muhammad Rafi, a Muslim singer. Okay. Three Muslims comes together and constructs a fantastic Hari Bhajan. Unka Islam khatre mein nahi pada. So we don't have any objection about such Muslims. Yes. Okay. But definitely those who proselytize, definitely those who are fanatics. I say OSCO ko hum nahi manne wale. Okay. And that is why my question to Jagan Mohan Garu is, why there were no wishes from church premises same day along with Merry Christmas, Vaikuntha Ekadashi Shubhakanshulu. No, then this is one-sided love कि आप वहां से भी बोलेंगे. अच्छा, उतना ही नहीं है, डेकोरेशन किया, बहुत अच्छा लाइटिंग किया वेंकटेश्वरा स्वामी के वैकुंठ एकादशी को. And in that decoration, instead of kumbham, there was a design of crossum. And it was exposed by one Telangana youth, social media youth, who was in Andhra Pradesh during that period. And he exposed it on social media and it became viral. And suddenly this government came in problem and they understood the problem. They can anticipate what can happen. And immediately overnight they changed the design. and the actual Kumbham appeared in Venkateshwara Swami decoration, lighting. But what did they do with that Telangana social media guy? They arrested him. He is still in jail. So I have demanded for removing all cases against him. Immediately they should release. If you have understood that fault from your side, you have rectified it.
Yes.
You have rectified it. And then why you put him in behind the bar? What was his fault? So this is appeasement politics. And if you are going to appease for Bible, then definitely we will for Bhagavad fight for Bhagavad Gita. So truly said by Sanjay Bandi Garu, the election of Tirupati is going on the way of Bible versus Gita. We are not going to take it because of Jagan Mohan Reddy's decisions, his behavior, his ministers' behavior, their actions, their decisions, and what is happening in state. Because of that, these elections are going on the way of Krishna versus Christ. Because Venkateshwara Swami is Vishnu's avatar and Vishnu's same avatar is Krishna, and that is why it is Krishna versus Christ. We are not doing, they are doing. If they are doing, then we are not going to spare them.
Okay, so the Tirupati by-elections would be on Bible versus Bhagavad Gita. Can we take like this?
For us, it is only development agenda.
Wonderful.
We wanted to tell people that only Narendra Modi can develop this country and these family enterprises should be closed.
Okay.
Where TRS in Telangana or TDP, YCP in Andhra Pradesh, they are family enterprises.
Okay.
And only Narendra Modi ji can develop Andhra Pradesh. So give one chance to BJP and Janasena alliance. We will show what development is. We will show what law and order is. We will give jobs to the youth. We will give the income sources to the youth. Okay. We take responsibility. Our agenda is only that. But if some different agenda is from other side, then we are not going to spare. And what we are watching, what we are understanding, what we are observing, they have different agenda. Then our agenda will be added to agenda of Vikas. For us, Hindutva and Vikas are two sides of same coin.
Great, sir. Lastly, I just want to question you on in Telangana, BJP has emerged very quickly, sir, after changing the president or Dubaka by-elections, or after that JHMC elections results have shown BJP a good numbers. Do you think will it be carried in Andhra as well, or do you have any other plan in Andhra Pradesh? Because the Tirupati, do you think the Tirupati will be a game changer in AP politics?
Yes, definitely. Tirupati will be a game changer in AP politics. There is no doubt in it. And as Telangana, you are observing great change in the people of mind against TRS and pro-BJP. Similarly, in the minds of Andhra Pradesh as well, there is strong wave in favor of Narendra Modi ji and obviously BJP and Pawan Kalyan Garu, and against YCP and TDP, both parties. So there can be difference in some percentages, but the situation is same.
Okay. Finally, what do you want to say to our nationalist viewers and at the same time the Andhra Pradesh people, or not just Andhra Pradesh people, while watching the visuals of the vandalism and all, the people of the country, all Hindus are literally mourning. So what is your message to the people who are watching these visuals or who are frustrated about the political arena on this?
My message to all Hindus, that all Hindus of the world should be awake. उन्होंने जागना चाहिए. They should be ready to protect and preserve their पवित्र Hindu संस्कृति, Hindu आस्था, Hindu मंदिर, Hindu देवालयास and Hindu विचारधारा. And simultaneously they should work hard on the line of Narendra Modi ji, Atmanirbhar Bharat, local for vocal, and Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas. When we say Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, in this sub, it is a Sanskrit Vedic hymn सर्वेपि सुखिनः सन्तु सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. That is Hindutva. This Hindutva should be non-compromising. Nobody should feel that we love all religions, we treat all religions equal. Nobody should feel that we are cowards. We are not cowards. There is secularism. We don't agree with the word secularism, but there is equal respect to all religions. There is no doubt in it. But if at all there is any Aurangzeb emerges, then Shivaji will emerge. Nobody can stop emergence of Shivaji. If any of the person becomes Saint Xavier and again starts destroying Hindutva in this country, then again Shivaji will come out.
Okay.
And that is why nobody should take us for granted. We are for all, but not compromising with Atma Gaurav, Atma Swabhiman of Hindus.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for giving us your
And Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram. I proudly say this because as a journalist, a lot of journalists can't say this, but I can say, I will say, and I will suggest everybody to say Jai Shri Ram, Jai Hind, Bharat Mata ki Jai, sir. This is what the nationalist slogan is, Manasa Vacha Karmana Desha Hitam Kosam. This is what our caption is. And next time మీతో తెలుగులోనే ఇంటర్వ్యూ చేసే అవకాశం వస్తుందని అనుకుంటున్నాను.
తప్పకుండా.
రైట్. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్ సార్. సో చూసారు కదా, అది సునీల్ దేవధర్ గారి అంతరంగము. ఈ రోజు జరుగుతున్న విషయాలకు సంబంధించి భారతీయ జనతా పార్టీ క్లియర్ స్టాండ్ తో ఉంది. క్లియర్ స్టాండ్ తో మేము ప్రజలకు చెప్పాలనుకున్నది చెబుతామనే దృక్పథంతో వెళుతూ ఉన్నారు. లెట్స్ సీ ప్రజలు ఏ విధంగా ఆదరిస్తారనేది చూడాలి. అండ్ హిందువులకు అండగా భారతీయ జనతా పార్టీ ఉంటుందన్న ఒక భరోసా వాక్యాల్ని సునీల్ దేవధర్ గారు ఇచ్చే ప్రయత్నం చేస్తూ ఉన్నారు. హిందూ సమాజం జాగృతమవుతోంది. ఆ జాగృతమైన హిందూ సమాజం ఎటువంటి టర్న్ తీసుకుంటుందనేది లెట్స్ వెయిట్ అండ్ సీ. చూస్తూనే ఉండండి నేషనలిస్ట్ హబ్, మనసా వాచా కర్మణ దేశ హితం కోసం.